to this case, I'll just go through a brief synopsis. It started out that the NHL owners were all about taking advantage of the players. It seemed like they kind of looked at the players as dumb rocks that they used to make their money and just win over the long time. It seems like the NHL players are a little slow in demanding like the baseball or football or any of these others. So that was kind of the trust and some of the issues that went on in the case. And now you guys see as the root cause of the problems identified in the case.
I'm sorry, did you ask what did we see as the root cause?
Yeah. What are some root causes of the challenges that we've got in the case between NHL and the players?
Go ahead, Andy.
No, you go, John.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for me, there was like you were saying, there's no trust, and the fact that the owners wanted the players' salary to be based upon like the revenues they're bringing in, and then the fact that the owners could report their own kind of revenues and manipulate that, it seemed completely wrong. And yeah, like you're saying, the players had no rights, and there's no way in heck they're going to agree to that. So that was a huge problem. I didn't see them overcoming.
Right. I was going to say
good points.
I was going to say almost exactly the same thing as John. Not only the trust, but I think the lying. John mentioned it, the lying on the reports and the mistrust in the reports, that they're financial reports. I think that's just huge. You can't get anywhere with lying. So that's what I thought that was another key point.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. I mean, if you've got a boss that is just lying and fudging numbers and won't give you a dime, and how are you gonna respect him? How are you gonna trust him? I mean, you can't.
Right. Another weird issue I thought too is, like, it didn't seem like, how we learned about the ZOPA. To me, this scenario didn't have a ZOPA, because what the owners wanted and the players wanted was completely different. So there wasn't that zone where they could both find a solution to me, because like I think is the players wanted $49 million and the owners wanted to give $40 million for the cap. So there wasn't really an overlap area, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there wasn't an overlap area, and there also wasn't any leeway. I understand the players not given leeway because they've been kind of hosed for a while, but the boss, the main upper division guys, like, they're just like, nope, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take it or leave it. I mean, sometimes in negotiating, you got to give and you got to take some.
I think, just thinking of another little problem, I think we nailed a lot of big problems, but I think like a small problem that I noticed, it was found on page 9 when they were talking about the Leavitt report, I think it was called. It just said, I'll just read it right here. The players, however, were unimpressed. The league had notified them of the Leavitt report only one day before the report hit the newsstands. I think that is kind of a big problem, because if there's something going to change within the company, or let's say the brand in NHL, I think the players should be one of the first group of team members to know right away, instead of like 1 week before just some guy that picks up an ESPN magazine finds out. I just think that was lame that the NHL would do that. If I read that correctly, that the NHLPA should have known sooner than just the day before public access.
I agree. I think we lost Cody. I don't know if your thing froze, but
Yeah, I think we lost him. I'm trying to find what we're supposed to be going through. so we can keep rolling.
Okay. Sorry, I just kind of missed out. What were we just saying?
I'm trying to open up what we're supposed to be going over on our discussion.
I got it here too. Let's
Oh,
see.
do you have it? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
We kind of went through the culture a little bit.
Well, I guess one thing we can discuss while we're pulling that up is, have you guys ever had an experience where your managers or bosses were untrustworthy?
Oh yeah, all the time. Well, not all the time, but I mean, my other job is just. I mean, it wasn't as I don't know. Just looking back now, at the time I didn't, but looking back now, I know he was totally taking advantage of me with the work he's having doing, and I don't think he's paying me overtime. He didn't I worked a 19-hour day, and I didn't get paid overtime, which should probably do something about that. But yeah, he was pretty dishonest. It was a small company though, so I left that really quick.
I've been lucky to not have that situation. That I've had some really, really good employers that I've been able to trust, and so I've been really lucky in that situation.
Right. Honestly, for me, my biggest pet peeve is when somebody's a hypocrite or I guess lazy, especially when it comes to work. So I had an internship in minor league baseball, and our manager always told us what we needed to get done, and he always swore at us and all that stuff. And he had some. We would make because we were marketing interns, and we would make presentations to certain businesses around the community, and he had a whole bunch of businesses that he had to make too, but he never did it, and he always just kind of threw them on us, and he always got the praise for it because he was kind of the head of the marketing department. So that stuff like that was really frustrating, is when somebody takes the credit for something they don't do, especially when it's a manager. That kind of stuff really lost my trust in him, and it affected the other interns, and it didn't make us want to, perform super well. Does that kind of make sense? So working with an untrustworthy manager really is really difficult in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. Totally, man.
Were you able to pull up the sheet?
Wait, yeah, I have it here, but here's a question. Since Cody's the one that started this, are we gonna have to start a new Hangout so we can post it?
Good question. I do not know.
I'm emailing Cody right now. Just let's see.
Do we try inviting him back into it? How do you do that?
Oh, he has no. Oh crap! Yeah, his router crashed.
Oh man.
Oh, he's wondering if we can do it another night.
I can probably do it tomorrow night if you guys want to.
I could probably do it tomorrow night. I have a Temple Recommend interview. Well, my steak's weird. We just show up at 7 and it's open door, so I don't know how long it can take.
Yeah, I work till 7, and I work in Idaho Falls, so I have to drive back, but that's only maybe 30 minutes. Is there no way we can get this? I guess not, because we want to include Cody too.
Yeah.
If we want to try to make it there, we definitely can.
We don't have any controls on this now.
Yeah, so we can't even turn it in unless we start another one. But yeah, I don't feel bad we leave Cody out. So
yeah,
we should. I don't know. We can try Thursday, Friday. I don't know. Saturday morning.
Yeah, maybe Friday. We'll just keep in touch, I guess.
Okay, I'll check my email this week.
We've got an email here going.
Okay. Maybe
Is that the one you forwarded me, Garrett?
What was that?
That was the one you forwarded to me? This is the email chain? Because I don't think I was included in that.
Let's
Oh,
see.
yeah. Oh, you were. Well, at least it says to John, Garrett, and Andy from Cody.
Huh, I didn't get it. I had to get it forwarded from Garrett. Weird. Okay.
Here,
Well,
I'll start a new one. Make sure
Okay.
everyone gets it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Okay, you do.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.